If you're a Sonic fan, and unless you've been living under a rock, you should know that in the fall we're going to be getting Sonic Racing Crossworlds, Sega's latest entry to the Sonic racing games. I assume they will have a campaign like Team Sonic Racing did and probably other missions and offline content. But after we beat all of that, there'll be online play, where you can play against random people online or your friends. This is most likely where everyone will go after beating all the offline content, so the online aspect will be pretty important for the longevity of the game. This is why I think Crossworlds should have crossplay in the game. Now if you didn't know, crossplay is when you can play an online multiplayer game with players who may be on a different platform to you. Say you're on PlayStation. With crossplay you can play with people on Xbox, Nintendo Switch, PC, and any other device the game may be on. Games like Fortnite, Among Us, and Marvel Rivals all have it, although it's a little weird in that last one. Now this brings me to Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Sega seems to be going all out with this racing game in ways they have never gone to before now. I think that if they really want to knock it home, they need to put crossplay in the game. Multiplayer games benefit from crossplay for so many reasons, one of them just being short queue times, which is essential for a multiplayer game. Like, have you seen how long queue times can be for games without crossplay? It's ridiculous. It'll also help you play with friends who may be on a different console to you. Sonic is multi-platform, so this game will be everywhere. I want to be able to play against everyone. It'll also increase the lifespan of the game, which I think is important considering how much DLC is supposedly planned. Have you seen Team Sonic Racing nowadays? Good luck finding a lobby, and this isn't even a new thing. It's been like this for years, to the point that people call it Team Offline Racing. Also, going back to my point on the DLC, crossplay usually comes with cross progression, which basically means you're able to make progress on the game on one console and then continue elsewhere. So if you buy the DLC once, you won't have to buy on everything if you own multiple copies. I think people will be very pleased about that, as they weren't already happy about the price. I also hope that if crossplay doesn't get added to this game at launch, I hope they don't take too long to add it. I really do hope they genuinely consider it. Some games were literally forced to add crossplay because of how dead the servers were, mainly Dragon Ball The Breakers and Dead by Daylight. And Dragon Ball The Breakers is kinda dead now. Granted, those games are purely online, so they absolutely had to, but still. Now I know some people don't like crossplay because they don't like competing with people on PC, but to be honest, I think that's only really a problem when the game is a shooter. I don't think PC players will have an advantage here as it's a racer. Sonic Rumble, whenever that game is supposed to come out, has crossplay, so they must already have the infrastructure and the means to do it, and most likely do see the advantage of it. Mario Kart World came out a few months ago and there's already problems with the servers being almost empty. That is partly because it's a Nintendo exclusive and because of some of the updates that people don't like. But I hope that Sega has seen this and realized to avoid a problem like this, they could add crossplay. Now something interesting I do want to point out is that according to the Steam store of the page, the game is going to have cross-platform multiplayer. However, some people think this is just cross-platform between different stores on the PC version of the game. Say the Epic Games version of the game and the Steam version. So people who bought the game on Epic Games will be able to play with people who bought the game on Steam. And it won't be the crossplay that we're actually hoping for between all the devices. But who knows, I guess we have to wait till it comes out. What do you guys think? It'll probably be fine if they don't add it, but I think they should.